Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you my take on a cute and creepy challenge that we had using a Halloween pumpkin. And I've split the pumpkin into the light and happy or cute side, as well as a creepy side. So we're going to jump right into it. So I started with a paper mache pumpkin that I found at a craft store, Michael's in the United States. I'm sure you can find them at various outlets or online. And I wanted to illuminate the inside of it for the creepy side to really make it creepy. And so I wanted a jaggedy mouth to start. And so I went ahead and had to cut it in half because I wanted to insert some LED lights to give it a special effect. And so I had to begin with the end in mind to do that. So I went ahead and coated the interior of the pumpkin with black gesso. And then I began by coloring it using some of the Finnabair products, the mica powders. And so the mica powders have a really nice coloration that you can mix and match those. And so what I did was I took the silver, blue, and purple mica powders from Finnabair's collection and added the Art Alchemy liquid fluid medium to mix that together. Really fun blending some different colors on the outside and in the background, and so you got some rich purples and blues, and it's really kind of a nice touch. I then went ahead and started to do the inside of the mouth that'll be inset, and went ahead and put some three-dimensional resin mold pieces that I had on there. I've used Finnabair's Imaginarium molds, the moon and bast, as well as clock faces, the pocket watches, and the Mechanica on this as well. And then I also used a purple lighting set that I picked up at a local craft store. So I went ahead and continued to do the mica powders to add different colors on there, as well as some of waxes to begin to, I wouldn't be able to get inside of the pumpkin so later, so since I seal it up, so I had to go ahead and use some of those wonderful Art Alchemy metallic waxes. I used specifically for this project the Firebird for the outside, some vintage gold, as well as old silver and old white, which you just saw for the cat skull. So I went ahead and then I had to reattach the piece together so that I could continue with the outside of it, continually checking to make sure the lights still worked, and then making sure that I applied more color around the pumpkin to cover up the seam that I had created. And just really had some fun with the mica powders. Again, blending those colors was so neat. I applied a lot of wet on wet so that it would blend but also be streaky. Then on the other side, the cute side, or the light side, I went ahead and used various acrylic paints to go ahead and do a similar effect that I had with those mica powders on the other side, just to kind of switch it up. I wanted to just try something with the paints versus the mica powders, and on this side of it, we got great effects from both. I think the mica powders allowed me to blend better, and on the acrylic side I wanted to go ahead and just have it a little more streaky so you could see some variations in the colors. So then I went ahead and pulled out many of my mechanical steampunk gears and ephemera clock pieces, as well as some more of the Finnabair molds that I mentioned earlier for the wings and the steampunk hearts, which I absolutely love, and just putting all those together, creating a composition there. And then also went ahead and added some Art Extravagance Jewel Effects paste, the diamond rings, which is a really nice silver effect. Really made some neat colors on that. And then also for the heart, I added the Art Alchemy metallic acrylic paint, flame and red wine, which are really dramatic colors, which I really loved as well. The heavy body gel was used to attach many of the pieces that you see. Heavy body gel is a wonderful, thick, very sticky material that sets up very permanent, and so it's wonderful for a lot of the 3D mixed media projects, and it's one of the products that I absolutely love to use, and I use quite a bit of. I also went ahead and use some other pieces to get in there to add bumps. And so some of those bumps that we used for those were just parts of the mold. So there were little bits of screw heads and some wonderful different pieces on there that I really enjoyed. But a lot of the pieces that I will be adding are from Finnabair's mechanical hardware accents, as well as the Tim Holtz gadget gears embellishments, and then also Finnabair's mechanical gears. We went in, and I also going to be pulling, you'll see some Halloween decorations, a lot of just various things, but as well as some of the melange art pebbles. These are the art ingredients from Finnabair as well, to give it some bumpy looks as well. So that with the molds, the pebbles with the molds, really give it some neat character. So the piece on top, you saw, I just wanted to add a little visual element to kind of anchor. So I used the witch on one side and a nice sun on the other, with a metal clock face, gears going around. And so I had the hours 1 through 6 on the one side, and then also in the nighttime hours on the dark side. And then I added some splatter effects to give it some more texture and just some more personality. And once that was done, I went ahead and used more of the mechanical pieces as well as the gears from my wonderful treasure trove. You see there of the circular container that I can spin around and just grab as I need. It's really a freeing process. I don't really have a plan for everything I want to put on there, but you start with some things, and then you just see, oh, here's a spot I want to put something, and maybe here's another spot, and it just starts to build on itself. It's very relaxing, very therapeutic. And then I added some more Halloween decorations. These you can find at any craft or a hobby store, or even online. So they were leaves and spiders. There was also on the light side a lot of flowers. I have a huge box of Prima flowers, as well as some miscellaneous flowers that I use. And so they were really wonderful to add to the project. So as I continually spin it around, this is a three-dimensional object, obviously, so you want to have a look at all three sides, and so I continually spin it around to look at things from all different angles to make sure it's interesting on all sides, as well as it has the elements that I want on there as well. So you can see I'm adding some of that metallic wax. It's Firebird. That's that orangish one, very vibrant, very beautiful. And then I went ahead and added some vintage gold on the light side, as well as some old silver on the dark side. So just getting in there and highlighting the face, and then different pieces that I wanted to draw attention to. There was a lot of darks, which was nice on the dark side. That's really pop on the lights. And so there is the finished effect. So I was very pleased at how it turned out. It really had a lot of different interest. It was really fun on the one side, and then really dark on the other side. But it was really neat to just try to challenge myself to do something light and dark, as well as illuminate it and add some more drama. So I hope you found this very helpful and interesting. If you have any questions, feel free to direct message me or drop me an email. And please be sure to subscribe.